Hello, Vortex. This is my tribute to America. Everybody in America, ha 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 ha, has FOMO out the asshole. FOMO, the fear of missing out. What would you do if you couldn't tell everybody about all the stupid things that you think? What would you do if you couldn't prove that you ate a baguette today? What would you do if everybody around you didn't care what the fuck you had to say? What would you do if you realized that nothing matters? That it's all meaningless. And I'm not even suggesting this, but I just want you to consider it. All the stuff you think is so important is trivial. All the stuff you think isn't important is probably gonna take its toll. Everybody's got their priorities all screwy. Everybody doesn't seem to give enough of a fuck about stuff that they should. If only they could see themselves every single day doing the same exact thing. That's you, and that's like everybody. Yeah, hashtag, yeah. Isn't that awesome that everybody's just doing the same thing all the time and like we're just running around in circles, shitting ourselves? Isn't that great? I love it. I love being free, 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 I love being free. Money. That's what they're making off of you. That's what they're making off of your dumbassery. That's what you're making. And you're pretending that it's a good thing, That's what you're making. That's what the government's taking. Also, they can give it to the pedophile ring, And if you don't think that's a thing, I hate to break it to you, it's the biggest thing. And people don't seem to care as much as they should care about stuff that is really horrifying. And if you think that you're being inconvenienced, just imagine what it's like to have your childhood ripped straight from ya. Also, you can satisfy some piece of shit bureaucrat. Also, you can satisfy some piece of shit CEO of whatever corporation that we're all giving our money to. What say you, Jew? I'm kidding. It's not just the Jews. It's not. That is the way of the world. That is the way of the world. That is the way of the world. And you're really fooling yourself if you don't open your eyes. But it's easier to close them, even if it means your demise. And she love how this world's just run by pedophiles. Pedophiles from all different religions too, okay? All of them. They're all involved, you guys. It's just, what's interesting is that there are certain religions that you can't talk about their involvement in things. And, you know, there's literally no other religion but the Christian religion that gets so much shit. You know, like, they perform all these rituals involving, like, inverted crosses, and they have completely revamped the Lord's Prayer. I don't know if you know that about, like, Aleister Crowley, and, like, the Church of Satan and everything. Like, they took the Lord's Prayer and they just made it about you. So, like, you can do whatever you want, you know, it's very disturbing. You know that part, thy kingdom come, thy will be done. They changed it so that it says, thy kingdom is come, thy will is done. So, that is what we're up against. But keep in mind, they have to do silly little shit like that because God's power is so magnanimous that, you know, they have to, you know, just do these petty little things, you know, in order to prove that, oh, we're such rebel badasses because we don't believe that shit. You know, they do believe it. They do believe it. If they didn't believe that that was powerful, they wouldn't do what they're doing, like, in reverse, you know? So, if you're ever, like, disheartened by the evil of this world, just remember that Satan wouldn't have to go so hard if God didn't go a lot harder, okay? So, there is a lot of comfort in that. And that's why, like, I'm not worried about what's going on because, you know, Satan ain't shit. He really isn't. Anyway. I forgot what my original point was, but, I wanted to do a little ditty about my feelings on this country. And contrary to all my other videos, I actually don't hate this country as much as I probably make it seem. I mean, I appreciate certain elements of it. And I guess that's why it irks me that the rest of the nation doesn't seem to understand, like, what we really have that's freely given to us by God. And, you know, we still live in a country that, you know, allows us to do whatever we want. So if we have that kind of liberty, we ought to exercise it rightly, you know? And it really bothers me that, you know, people just don't get that. You know, like, just because you have money doesn't mean you have to spend it. Just because there's a fast food restaurant up the street doesn't mean you have to eat there. Just because there's a strip mall doesn't mean you have to go in there and buy shit, okay? Just because you see stuff online and you want to comment on it doesn't mean that you have to. You fucking loser, okay? It's just, nobody has impulse control. And they make so much money off of you being stupid and not giving a fuck about yourself or your afterlife or how your actions impact other people, you know? Because when you go to a fast food corporate conglomerate and you see all these people in there just stuffing their face and you're like, I'm gonna do that too. You know, I don't think that people realize, like, that everything that they do has this ability to, like, impact everybody around you, and they look at you and they go, oh, well, he's doing it, she's doing it, they're doing it, I'm gonna do it too, you know? People need to be more conscious of, like, how their actions affect other people, and if they were more conscious of that, I guarantee you they wouldn't do any of the things that they do. because they realize that they're being watched all the time. Like, you have no idea, like, who's actually paying attention to you and who you could potentially inspire by either doing something or not doing something. You know, so, for example, I was reading the Bible today when I was on the grill flipping burgers, okay? And there was this lady who came up to me, and she was like, "What are you reading? Is that Matthew?" And I was like, "Actually, I'm reading the Wisdom of Sirach." And she was like, "Oh, where is that in the Old Testament?" She's like, "Is that between Ecclesiastes?" Like, she knew all about Ecclesiastes. And that was so awesome. So people notice, okay? They notice the one person that's not on their fucking phone, all right? We don't have a phone to be on. You know why? Because we have a flip phone, bitch. We have a flip phone. You know what that is? That means I flipped the switch on slavery. I flipped the switch on the elite trying to ruin everybody and make everyone turn to Satan. I flipped the switch on that shit. Fuck you, bitch. That's what I'm saying. Anyway, now I'm just talking a bunch of shit. I gotta go home, but it's just annoying because people just have no idea, like, how much they could positively influence people, and they're just so apathetic about this culture. And I'm not. I don't want to say I'm the only person in America that isn't, because I know that there are plenty more out there that have the same sentiment as me, but I don't know if they're willing to go to the lengths that I'm willing to go to. Probably not, because you're weak. But anyway, it's just like, you know, sobriety. It's like, if you know that something is, like, not good for you, don't fucking do it. You know? Fine, Thelonious. I'll do it just for you. Just to shut you up. He's like a damn housewife. Anyway. Yeah, so it's like, I know that alcohol is not good for me, so I stopped drinking it. I was dying, though. If people had any idea how much they're dying because all they do is stare at a phone, like, they're brain dead. They're emotionally dead. They have no empathy anymore. And if they had the slightest clue as to, like, how good they could have it without going along with all this materialistic garbage, you know, it just makes me so sad. It really does. And, you know, I wouldn't be half as creative as I am if I had a phone that I could just stare at whenever I got bored. You know? And so, like, that's what makes me the most upset about it, is that people just don't know, like, what kind of disservice they're really doing themselves by just going along with society. Society is so stupid. Like, why do you want to go along with that? Why do you want to look like every other dumb schmucktard in America? Like, why do you want that? It's pathetic. But, I don't know. Like I said, I mean, I don't have FOMO, so, like, I just don't understand that. It's like I'm the complete opposite of everybody. So, it's like, most people, you know, they want to fit in, and they want to be just like everybody else. Because if they're not, then they'll be mocked, and people will think they're weird and stupid or senseless, you know what I mean? It's like, that's how my dad treats me because I refuse to get jabbed. So, you know, sheep will never understand, but that's fine. I'll never understand what's so cool about being a guinea pig, but,
Like I said, I choose my mind control.